Neptune in Aries that is coming up over the next 14 years in the month of April. Hello, everybody. April 2025 is going to be the start of Neptune in the sign of Aries, okay? And this energy here, I think, is going to bring about a lot of changes past possibly the time period of our Renaissance is going to be starting over the next 3 years. We can start to see really avant-garde things in our music. Our music is going to be changing, which has already started with like a lot of kids out there singing about positive songs and positive vibrations and stuff like that, you know. And there's going to be a lot more invested in spirituality. So we could see a lot more butts in the seats at this time with this energy, and then more so this year because another Care Bear that's coming in is the North Node in Pisces. Okay, now Neptune is like Captain Save because we're gonna see a lot of like Donald Trump, for example, over the next 4 years, like a lot of heroes of politicians wanting to change and wanting to fix. We're going to see a lot of like problems with weather, like earthquakes and stuff like that, volcanoes and stuff, and everybody having and like fixing certain countries like Haiti or Syria, and we're all going to have these great intentions, but the problem is that everybody wants to be the hero, okay? And then what's going to happen when all these politicians go, I have this idea, I want to do it. They want to do it all by their damn selves, and they don't want to share the adulation with everybody else, okay? Now, there's this joke that is around the astrology world. If you know it, you know it. How many light bulbs, something about how many light bulbs does it take, how many Aries does it take to screw in a light bulb? Just one, and they need a big giant audience while they do it. Okay, so everybody can go like this and give them their adulation. And this is like what we're gonna experience over the next 14 years is people wanting to play Captain Save-A-Ho, but nobody wants to. It's like they want to be in charge of it all. Okay, so we're going to see that. Now, Pluto is also in Aquarius at this time. So we're going to see this greater awareness of humanity. Okay, and a lot of civil wars are going to start over the next few years because we're raising our level of awareness of humanity. So there's going to be more wars in the Middle East during this time period. Some are going to be based on religion and about you know, the importance of modesty and stuff, and that's going to be a war that they're always going to have because of the in some Pakistani or Middle Eastern countries, it's like the opposition between Aries and Libra. Okay, so that's why we're going to see possible civil war happening with Korea at this time. Over the next 14 years, our government situations, how it's raised like a monarch, 2043 through 2044 and 45 are going to be pivotal time periods for our monarchies to be changing. So we may be doing away with the monarchies. We may be doing away with the presidents and stuff like that, or doing away with certain old things that held true, like what is that? The electoral college. That could be going away for the states, okay, over the next few years, if not 5. So we can see a change in our government system at this time. Does it have to be through civil war? Some countries it is going to be through civil war. Like we're already seeing South Korea is going to go into civil war. You know, and it's always been in civil war, so it's like it's nothing new to them in regards to politics. So we're going to see a lot of that coming up at this time, and mostly it's going to be like politics and stuff. We're going to see a lot of people like trying to like Donald Trump, for example, would be a good example, like trying to get credit for a lot of the things that are done with this energy here, okay? Because Neptune in Aries again is the hero and wants to be the hero. So a lot of people are going to have ego problems, and a lot of people who are not like about, you know, Captain Save a Ho and stuff like that are going to have problems with ego during this time period as well. So we could see a lot of people here like trying to take credit for things, but then once other people come in and say, okay, we got this, we can handle it, you're going to see a lot of fighting going on because, oh no, you're taking the spotlight away from me. I don't want the spotlight to I don't want to share the spotlight. But you know, so it's like, and you know, the manipulative part about this is that, you know, sometimes you have to like kind of like people controlling the neck, and they tell the head whatever it is they want to do because you want to play Captain Save a Ho and you want to be the hero. So this is something, you know, when somebody's in their Jesus mode, like Leos, you know, let them do what they need to do. So this is very beneficial for the baby mamas when the ex wants to play Captain Save a Ho. Well, go ahead, bitch, save me. Okay, to the pimp mobile. All right. So yeah. So this is gonna be a time period as like that. So this is gonna be a time, a lot more thirsty people coming out on social media doing the thirstiest of things. I feel that there's gonna be a lot more butts in the seats, and spirituality, okay, is going to be the focus. Hi, Jason. Oh, more ego is going to be happening with Neptune and in Aries, bigger egos. And we're going to find that I think that what's going to happen here is that this is going to be a time of the anarchists and stuff and rebels, and especially in London and England with Parliament, France, because everybody, you know, there's a conservative and the rich people, and then there's people who want to be like, you know, there's enough for everybody. So we're going to see a lot of changes in our politics during this time period as well. We're going to see a lot of people like trying to convert other people into their way of thinking with this energy here. Oh, I'm hanging in there. It's been so shitty. Oh gosh, just make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, okay? Yes, I will this week discuss the North Node in Pisces. Also, there's a raise in humanity to a higher plane in existence, which we can try to implement through peaceful ways or again through the anarchist methods with this energy. Hey, Ange. I feel also that this is a beautiful time for creativity. Again, I feel like this is going to be the period of the Renaissance era here, where we're going to get super creative and super in tune to our realities. We're going to find Pisces here taking whatever thought they have in their heads and putting it right out into reality during this time period. So this is a beautiful time for imagination here. I feel that we're going to all be super damn gullible at this time with this energy, which is going to turn us into skeptics, okay? And especially when it comes to countries like Haiti who need help financially and stuff like that, and probably with the states too, with the politicians making promises, not keeping them, not seeing them all the way through, okay? A lot of deception, a lot of greed is going to come through at this time with this energy here, a lot of lying going on. So by the time 13 years, 10 years goes into this bitch, we all gonna be so skeptical of freaking things. We're gonna be like, it's gonna be like Fox News. We're gonna be like, oh shit, what the hell's gonna come out of their mouth next? You know, it's like, hello, goodbye, with your stupid little promises, you know? Okay, so there couldn't be, I think that after Trump's reign, there's going to be more people coming in with their stupid little promises and their blah blah blahs just to get your numbers. So just you know, remember that. And then also in our reality, we are going to be gullible. So there's going to be a lot more scams out there, a lot more people pulling on our heartstrings, taking advantage of us at this time with this energy. So a lot of us have lessons with our relationships during this time period, okay? This is a good time for dissolving barriers at this time with this energy here as well. However, you can achieve marvelous things at this time. Beautiful energy. It seems as though the last lessons learned have made me skeptical, and I have learned those. Well, that's because you have, let me see. Well, that's because you're a Libra rising and you're also a Leo rising. What was going on? Libra, well, no, you're still going through it because you got Uranus. You're still going through it, bitch. But you got Neptune in your ninth house now. So you're getting out of your Neptune in your eighth house in Leo. Thank God. Yeah, Leo sun, Libra rising. Yeah. So anyway, so this could be, yeah, you're still going through it, bitch. So this could be like Neptune is also going to bring about radical changes in music, literature. Like I said, I think this is going to be our Renaissance era for the future, and also art and literature. Okay, very avant-garde taste. Okay, I feel that people are going to be really relying on their intuition at this time. Now, this is if you are relying on your intuition, because at this time in 2025, in January of 2025, North Node in Pisces is coming in. So some of us are going to be following our intuitive impulses and some of us are not, okay? So this could be missed opportunities for some people. I feel that Neptune in Aries is going to be interested in survival needs. So there could be more problems with money and recessions and depressions going on with this energy here. So I feel like people are going to find creative ways to make money, or people are going to find creative ways to be resourceful. And we already started doing that. We already seen it with people with the dollar store, making dollar store meals and things of that nature. I feel also this is going to be a time that people will have many creative ideas on how to make things work. So new technology here. We are also cardinal signs. I thought we were getting a break finally. No, bitch. We ain't getting. Are you kidding me? No. Hades is no. Hades and Coronas are in your fourth house in the sign of Cancer, which is a cardinal square. No, you ain't getting no break. Okay. My birth chart is the North Node in Pisces. Oy vey. So this is a time where also that they can find that Neptune and Aries is gonna find their idealize battles of all types. So Neptune and Aries likes to hold on to shit. So fights that you've had with people in the past, you're going to be rehashing those in your head, as Neptune in Aries is going to want to reconnect with other people from their past, but at the same time still be fighting in their head with those relationships. And then out loud, we're going to see like the again, the Middle East, because they're all about their holy wars and things like that. So that's still going to go on, and that may be rehashed again because they're not over it. So they're still like spiritually hurting from the past and haven't let go. Okay, so that could be happening as well with this energy here. So we could see a lot of like physical battles happening, a lot of wars, or emotionally we're going through it and we're rehashing the past in our heads. And so this is a time to put things into perspective and let it go, okay? Because some of you are still giving these battles life, and then and then other people have moved on, you know? So we're going to see a lot of that happening. For some of us, we're going to be overthinking, overanalyzing, not so quick to jump into things, and North Node in Pisces transiting is not going to help that energy, okay? I feel like for some of you that we could see the glory of physical courage and warfare. So we could see a lot of war heroes coming out at this time with this energy. Neptune in Aries, this 14-year energy, will find a lot of battles over causes that are considered sacred. So like the holy wars, the modesty wars that they're going to be having, Russia, who else? Russia, South Korea, okay, are going to be having these wars. I feel like I think a lot of the Middle Eastern wars are going to be based on holy lands. So we could see like them fighting over holy lands as well with this energy here. Alrighty. I feel also that we could become more skeptical about things, that we have a difficult time seeing real picture and seeing the real bigger picture of things with this energy. Neptune in Aries, also we can see ourselves as, again, the hero. Okay, and I feel like for Trump, you know, he's gonna feel like the hero. After 4 years, he may have a good reign here, and we may even find him to be the hero. Okay, so it's kind of like, you know, even though he might be you know, people are going to give him a hard time again, but we're going to see that he's going to end up, people are going to idolize him and see him as the hero of this like century or something. Okay, so we're going to see that. Alrighty, and I feel like also that let me see, I feel like with Neptune and Aries here that they don't, Neptune and Aries doesn't think very hard ahead to worry about whether they don't worry about the consequences to their actions, so cause and effect. So we're going to see like a lot of lessons coming up with cause and effect at this time with this energy here as well. So we're in the now. We're not thinking about how certain things or certain things that we do is going to affect other people in the future. So there's going to be a lot of lessons in the future in regards to actions that happen now. Okay, so changes that happen now, we're not going to see how it's going to affect us in the next 14 years. Okay, so I would be careful with the new drugs coming out, or I would be careful with any new facial creams coming out and stuff like that, because they probably haven't been tested and people are here to make a quick dollar, and they don't think about the repercussions or the cancers or the, you know, they don't think about the things that are going to harm us in the next 14 years. Okay, so whatever new technology is coming out to help our planet or whatever, I think that it should be slowed down and studied, because everybody's here to make a quick dollar. Neptune in Aries is kind of like a 2-year-old child as well, like vaccines, maybe vaccines. And Neptune in Aries is kind of like a 2-year-old child too. Very impatient, very impulsive here with this energy. Very easy to manipulate. Okay, and I feel like, you know, it's like shoot first, ask questions later kind of situations. Okay, we can see a lot of people here being more committed through, well, I'll go through the houses. So Neptune in the first house is going to bring about the characteristics of Aries. So you're going to be, so your life lesson here for the next 14 years is all about cause and effect. Your actions and how your actions affect other people. So Aries this year and for the next 14 years needs to be about bigger picture. And they need to be about other people and how, and more self-awareness and how they affect other people. Now when Neptune goes retrograde in Aries, people may not like you because you're going to be very masculine energy here, and it's kind of like strap your bootstraps up and brush and go cry in your pillow. I don't want to hear it. Okay, so I feel like, you know, you're very much you can be spiritually prideful, you can be egotistical at this time, you can be very analytical and very much in tune to your masculine energy. And then when other people, you know, it's like when men try to fight with you, it's the tone, and then the females are going to try to level up with a little bit more aggression because the men are coming with that tone, that bass. Okay, so we could see a lot of fighting here. This could be the generation that makes important advancements in pioneering mystical religious concepts here. So we may hear some more things with like Kabbalah, or a lot of cults could be sprunging up here as well. They could be really into Gaia, or really testing out those damn portals that they always talk about too as well. We could feel like there's a greater sense of a mission here and giving you a considerable drive and initiative. But I feel like this is a time for the Neptune and Aries people in the first house, all about spirituality here. And all about, I want to help out people. Hades and Coronis are in the fourth house. So this is all about, I know a lot of you don't want to hear it, about reconnecting with family and wanting to be with family. So you could find that next year that family may reach out to you and want to like connect with you during this time period. Now Neptune and Aries in the first house is a very difficult energy here as well, because there is this energy here that it wants to look for God. It wants to have that happiness it once had with God, that connection. And I feel like a lot of people are going to delve into drugs. So we're going to see an increase in drugs over the next years. But then also people with the intentions of stopping drugs or trying to be like Switzerland or whatever. And, you know, so we can see California going through a lot of changes, or any places that have problems with drug and alcoholism, that's going to be on the rise. But also there's going to be a lot of like sober living houses and things like that. And, you know, those things, they start out good and well, but then something happens with the politicians here, because everybody wants to play Captain Save a Ho and everybody wants to be the hero. So then what happens, a lot of corruption will happen, and people stealing money, or things not getting done that were promised to get done, because, you know, this person just wanted to be the leader, so they blah 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 blah, so they think, you know, so it's going to be like a lot of lying, a lot of deception going on here as well. And you know how much Rams love it when you lie to them. Just lie to them. So that's going to be like the theme song for the greater consciousness, is that the more lies we get fed, I feel like in the United States, towards the end of Neptune and Aries, we're going to see like a civil war with the politicians. It's going to be like the straw that broke the camel's damn back, okay? It's not going to be good unless they can stick to their words, see things all the way through, and make their promises stick. Then things will be fine. But for Neptune in the first house, there is this searching for God and looking for that higher high. So get your ass in church, look for it towards religion, meditate, delve into law of attraction, work on yourself during this time period. Your lesson is about cause and effect. You're super gullible at this time with this energy. When Neptune goes retrograde, you can be more quiet and to yourself. You can overthink things at this time with this energy, very analytical in your way of thinking. You may not like this energy here, because it's going to make you feel very restless and very much wanting to push for change here during that time period with Neptune in retrograde. Now, Neptune in the second house, super gullible. I would be careful with this. I would be careful with your partner and your money, okay? Because either your partner is going to be using you and taking advantage of you financially here, or this could be you two have been through the same shit. So it's going to be like there's a good reciprocation of energy here, and a bit more empathy here when it comes to other people and putting yourself in other people's shoes. But also you could be too generous here. Beautiful time to delve into spirituality over the next 14 years here. You could take your ideas and make them into your reality very easily. You can come up with money-making ideas here at this time with this energy here. When Neptune is well aspected, you're making very good money. You may have lessons with your good nature. You tend to be very extravagant with your spending. Cock those damn brains before you shoot that mouth off as well. For some of you here, not the best time to do complicated financial deals or buying credit, okay, with this energy here. I feel like you can be, you know, North Node in the second house has taught you to be very resourceful. At this time, when Neptune goes retrograde, or when Neptune is not well aspected, you're going to need to be resourceful again. So try to save your money during this time period. Watch your spending. Watch your partner's spending here as well, because they can take advantage of you. Alrighty. For some of you here, this is a beautiful time for business coming up. For some of you, you may have more than one source of income during this time period, not just your husbands or your partners, but also you could be coming up with money-making ideas during this time period as well. Yeah, that means that it's in retrograde, Angie. So that means that you're more analytical. Stock up on supplies. Yes, stock up on supplies. Get your canned foods, okay? Because you're going to have those days. You're going to have those months, alrighty? I feel also here that Neptune, I feel you're going to be intuitive on how to make money, and you can acquire greater wealth. So this is a beautiful time for, you know, Pisces to come out of their Saturn dasha after April. Money may come and go through mysterious ways, so be careful with this. Either other people people are stealing money from you, or this could be the damn chargebacks at the bank getting you, all right? Or this could be you being too trusting of family here. So I would every now and then check your damn credit score, because you could find credit card fraud, mortgage fraud being done onto you, and other things going on behind your back during this time period as well. So all is not what it seems with Pisces money. So be careful who has access of your information, like your social security, your address, whatever, because you could find that other people are stealing your money from you, okay? I feel also that, you may experience money problems during this time period, especially when Neptune is in retrograde. So again, watch your spending here with this energy here. You could get hacked a lot with this energy, dealing with chargebacks a lot with this energy. It just depends what's going on with your 8th house. Then in the 3rd house, cock those damn brains before you shoot that damn mouth off, bitches. Okay, you're very creative, you're very imaginative, you're very intuitive, so you could be starting new creative projects here. You receive ideas on a higher plane through the image, through your imagination. You could actually hear music being played and you'll create it. It's a very powerful energy time, but also you can overthink things, overanalyze things as well with this energy here, okay? So you're not so quick to jump into things because you're not trusting yourself, you're overthinking, overanalyzing, and this is for Aquarius, okay? So you need to learn to trust your intuition and delve into faith with this energy here. You could also be dealing with your own insecurities during this time period as well, during this time, because again, you may suffer from more nervous tension here with this energy. Now, when Neptune is afflicted, it causes a lot of confusion and misunderstanding and miscommunications here as well. So you need to be careful when signing contracts, when getting into agreements with others. You could be emotionally manipulated by family with this energy here, with this energy, and you could fall in the trappings of whatever people are selling. Basically, if you're an Eskimo, they're going to sell you your eyes, basically. I feel like when it is well aspected, this is a great time to work on yourself. This is a great time to study disciplines, delve into spirituality at this time. Your intuition can be put to practical use with this energy here as well, alrighty? You can be telepathic, alright? And you could be using it as well, but make sure to also communicate to your partner too, instead of just like assuming that they can hear you, which they can hear you, but try to communicate more with your partner, because there's going to be a lot of misunderstandings because of a lack of communication here, okay? When not well aspected, it can bring out learning disabilities here. Neptune in the 3rd house also deals with children as well, so be careful when it goes retrograde, because your children could be having disabilities that could be coming out at this time, difficulties learning, okay, with this energy. So the focus could be on them when the planets are in retrograde. The only person is to trust is yourself sometimes. Neptune's in Aries right now, so I don't know if we can trust ourselves too, because there's too much of a temptation to be impulsive. Because what is Neptune in Aries? Like a child. Think of a little kid. Impulsive, it's no longer sitting on its hand thinking. It's like, oh my God, I want it. But when Neptune goes in retrograde, it's more like an adult and is serious-minded, and it's more strict on itself, and it's more restraining. But when Neptune is direct in Aries, it's more like a 2-year-old little child. So, I don't know about trusting yourselves, because it's like, if you want something now, Neptune in Aries is going to be like, go get it, bitch, or else I'm going to scream. And it's like, okay, I'm going to go get it, so it's not so easy, this energy. Alrighty. Neptune in Aries, when it's in retrograde, I feel like you can be tuned out. You can be more about your fantasy life. Daydreaming here. A lot of misunderstandings with siblings, lessons with neighbors at this time, because these are karmic in origin, so pay attention to that as well. I feel you're very secretive during this time period, so you could be that person that has like pseudo aliases, you know. It was Capricorn with Neptune in the third house. Now it's going to be you in the third house with the pseudo this and the alias that and the 25 different social media accounts to the same damn. It's going to be ridiculous. Okay, but you like to hide and you don't like to be revealed and you don't like to be figured out at this time. You're super secretive with this energy here. I just found out my son. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. That sucks. Neptune in the fourth house now. This is in Sagittarius. You have a strong unconscious emotional ties to your family. So even though a lot of you don't like mother, you can find yourself talking to mother or family at this time and wanting to be connected to family and closer to family. Oh no, that's not in, no. That's in your fifth house, Sagittarius. Okay, so now I have to think. Pisces in the fourth house, Virgo. Oh, I don't know. Now I have to think. Pisces. I don't know. I'm going to continue going. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. You have a strong unconscious emotional ties to your family. I feel also, if afflicted, well, now I got to think about it. So Virgo's in the 10th house. Pisces. Who is it? Let me see. Pisces in the fourth house. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. That's not Aquarius. Is it? I don't know. No, that's not Aquarius. Let me see. Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. No. Scorpio. No, Scorpio is Aquarius in the fourth house. Let me see. Sagittarius. No. Capricorn? Capricorn. No. Oh, I don't know. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. Oh, Aries. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn in the fourth house. So this is also fourth house. The first three houses takes on the same behaviors as Aries energy. So again, wanting to be the hero, being more dedicated to family, wanting to reconnect with family, wanting to keep your family ties, be about your traditions with family, Neptune in the fourth house in the sign of Aries, because you're taking on the same traits as Aries. And Aries loves family, and Aries loves to be around their family, and they love to do things with family. So you could find yourself, if you had a falling out with family, wanting to reconnect, wanting to be with family during this time period with this energy. So your focus over the next 14 years is going to be on fixing your relationship dynamics with your family if you had a falling out with them, or wanting to have an emotional connection with family. So you could be trying to talk more to your children. You could be trying to spend more time with family, reconnecting with family you haven't spoken to in 20 years. Okay. But when afflicted, I feel like there's going to be a lot of lessons with your giving energy here, which for some of you there's going to be a lot of confusion with family ties at this time, and a lot of chaos here is going to reign supreme. So live-in relationships could be very difficult during this time period. Your children could be very difficult during this time period. You may have lessons with family, alrighty, with this energy, and this could be your issues with control and wanting to control family with this energy here. Your attitude towards your parents is idealistic, so you tend to romanticize certain relationships. So as people are coming back into your life, it's like even if they did you dirty and stuff like that, you are romanticizing these relationships at this time. Okay, it's like let bygones be bygones, but some of you, you know, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't trust it, because you're not being about like what they did to you. You're just going, oh my God, I love you too, and it's like all is well in the world. Okay. I feel also with this energy that this may not be the easiest time for children. Capricorn children could suffer at this time, because there could be one parent could be an alcoholic with this energy here, or suffer from some kind of mental disorder at this time. and not make their personal life very easy or home life very easy at this time with this energy. This could also be for the Capricorn child that the parent is not around, okay, and stuff like that. So one parent may not be around, and it may seem like mom is just a single mom, okay? Also, this could be a time where the hoarders could be coming in. Okay, so Capricorns, be careful with this because you could be hoarding during this time period and it could cause a lot of problems over the next 14 years, okay? I feel also this is a time of reflection on your inability to feel at home anywhere until you realize inner peace creates a home. You have intuitive feelings for land, nature. I feel for a lot of my Cappies, you may be moving to the East Coast or West Coast to be closer to water, or you want to live near water or have a condo on the beach or something like that. I feel also you may experience confusion as to who you are during this time period. When Neptune is in retrograde, I feel like it may cause some neurological problems at this time with this energy here, so be careful with that. You may actually have to go seek therapy during this time period as well. I feel also with this energy here that you tend to want to play Captain Save a Hoe, and you want to mother or father everybody. You want to take care of the world with this energy. You could be attracting unusual situations with other people at this time because you take in strangers, you take in alcoholics, drug addicts, people that got kicked out of their house, and you make a home for them. So this is going to cause problems for you and lessons about your giving energy and how much you do for others, because the spiritual side of it is that you're taking on other people's karma, okay? And you have to not this Aries, and you have to ask yourself, why are you helping? You know, are you helping for the sake of helping and you're not expecting anything in return? Because guess what, they may steal your stuff, they may poop and shit all over your house or whatever, because they got their own disorders and problems that they got to go through. So, and then your stuff may break or you may end up broke because of this situation. So be careful with this. I feel like also this could be a time of family secrets coming out at this time. Some of you, your house could be very interesting because there could be some mysteries in regarding the house at this time. Like my mystery, I learned that my house is actually devalued because whoever got this house, the main water line to the whole town on the other side of me, I have it. But the problem is, if that main water valve explodes, I'm screwed. So it's kind of like that, you know? So it's like you like learn little things about your home, you know? So it's things like that that you could be learning about. Also, when Neptune is in retrograde, this could be causing a heaviness towards you. So this could be a heavy energy time. Yeah, I learned that because the water, the township's water company was like parked all over my place, and I was like, and I don't, you know, I swear to God, ever since I've been single, it's been like everybody thinks like I don't know. This is my property. I own it. I have the deed to the house, but people want to think like either nobody lives here or something. So I was just like, what the hell? So anyways, yeah, so it's like I'm very paranoid about that now. I feel like there could be, for those of you in your 50s and up, there could be some emotional difficulties that can come up at this time, or you could suffer some strange illnesses during this time period as well, okay? But you may prefer to be more alone and to yourself, alrighty? Neptune in the 5th house. All right, now this is Sagittarius. I feel that you can be spending time more out and about when Neptune is well aspected or when it's direct. It's the best time to mingle if you're single. But this is like 5th house deals with karmic lovers, okay? So it's not necessarily like a good thing. It depends what's going on with the compatibility reports, which I do. You have an unconscious desire for love, and you love love, and Neptune loves love. Neptune in Aries loves love, so you could find yourself falling in love, being the hunter or the huntress at this time with this energy here, and more pursuant of love as well. You cannot stand rejection in love. I should have said that in the beginning. You cannot stand rejection in love, so what's going to happen is that when you get rejected, you will go back to that person because they broke up with you first and you cannot stand rejection, just like an Aries, okay? I feel also that this could be a time, this is a great time for actors and actresses, or for some of you here, you hide behind a mask that you create because you don't like to be figured out with this energy. So a lot of you could be creating personas of yourself of who you are, and then 12th house energy, you're hiding a lot of who you are at this time. So you don't like to be figured out. But whoever is in your life that is closest to you, like your family, like your lover, let them in. Be open, learn to be vulnerable, and learn to stay in the relationship, okay? I feel also it's a great time for creative endeavors, like those of you in media and social media at this time. I feel also that, you know, love can be very interesting or start out very interesting. For some of you, I feel like this could be the time of more thruples or open relationships at this time with this energy, or how this person came into your life, your wife or husband came into your life, is very weird and unusual with this energy. I feel like when afflicted, there's going to be disappointments with love affairs. With this energy, you may love someone who's in a marriage with this energy. If afflicted, I feel like your partner could be very demanding on you, and you can feel oppressed in the relationship, and you prefer to be more outside and away from your partner with this energy, okay? Or this could be you being too demanding at this time as well. You can be highly intuitive. This is a great time for delving into Bitcoin or the stock market. You could have a gambling addiction during this time period as well. I feel also with this energy here, those of you who have babies, this could be a time that your babies that are coming in over the next 14 years could be intuitive, but it may dissolve as they grow older, okay? I feel also that you could be like a helicopter mom or a helicopter dad, or you could be very much invested in your children, but at the same time, you're not going to feel appreciated by your children because you and your child or children have a karmic debt to pay with each other, okay? So maybe you were like, I don't know, let's say you were a plantation owner in a past life, and now in this life, you are here to pay that debt and to be in service to them, okay? And you're not going to get your thank you. You're going to get treated like crap. You're not going to feel appreciated, but you love them to death and you like adore them, okay? So it can be like that. For some of you here, when Neptune is in retrograde, here your children can have some psychological problems that are hard to deal with, so they could be put on medication, or you could find that when the Neptune is in retrograde, they could be very difficult to deal with and to handle with during this time period as well. For some of you here, I feel like there could be a lot of oops babies coming out during this time period as well with this energy. Then Neptune in the 6th house, this is for Cancers. I feel like this is going to be a beautiful energy time for you. This is a great time for nurses, doctors, anybody in the healthcare field, being more in service to others, love helping others, love playing Captain Save, going above and beyond for others. When Neptune is in retrograde, you're going to use this time to focus on you, love, attraction, spirituality, and working on yourself, dieting, strong willpower at this time so you can quit a lot of bad habits with this energy. You may find that when Neptune's in retrograde, you don't want to tokey-toke anymore, and you just want to be sober because when Neptune in Aries in the 6th house, you want to be in control of you. Okay, you don't want the caffeine, the narcotics, the cigarettes, the pot to control you anymore and to control your moods. Now you want to control yourself. So this is a beautiful time when Neptune is in retrograde that you're going to be more controlling of you. When Neptune is direct and it's normal, okay, we'll call it normal just for the sake of understanding, then you're going to find that you are more about everybody else. You're more concerned about everybody else's needs, wants, and desires. Wait, Neptune and Aries. No, oh, I was thinking Neptune, Sagittarius. See, Mercury's in retrograde right now, so I don't know. All right, so let me see. Neptune and Aries, who is that? Taurus, Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. So this is Scorpio energy I was talking about. So yeah, so this is a time where you want to be in control of this self, like I was saying. Okay, I feel also during this time period, you tend, when it's afflicted, you tend to overthink, overanalyze. Neptune in the sixth house now will make you the worry wart. So again, you're gonna be a worry wart. You're gonna feel like, you know, you want to be and strive to be the perfectionist when it comes to career with this energy here. I feel that there could be ups and downs with career for some of you. This could be a time period here, not all the time, okay, because it depends what's going on with your natal chart here as well, but you could find yourself like constantly looking for a job, or this could be when Neptune is not well aspected in the sixth house. You need to learn to save your money when it comes to business here with this energy. Alrighty, other people could find you to be unreliable at work, or you could be working in unpleasant working conditions, or you could have problems with relationships. Now this year, going into 2025, North Node is in the fifth house. So yeah, you are going to have problems with other people at this time. So you may want to be discerning with the friendships in 2025, okay? Because of North Node in Pisces. There's lessons of work and health that are difficult to learn and demand many sacrifices. Dealing with your 12th house there, needing to learn to make sacrifices. You're apt to feel that too much is demanded of you at this time. I feel like, again, you're more interested on working on yourself at this time with this energy here. You could be more interested in holistic healing and spiritual healing and foods that are healing as well. For some of you, when Neptune is in retrograde here, you can be dealing with health issues during this time period over the next 14 years with this energy here as well. This could also be dealing with mental illness here. Some of you, you know, Scorpios are already hypochondriacs, but now you're going to be more like a hypochondriac at this time. Avoid drugs, okay, alcohol, and try to like take better care of yourself during this time period. You like solitude in animals, okay, because you love people who you're able to psychically communicate with, okay? Also, this is a great time for anybody in like life coaches, psychotherapists, counselors. This is a great energy time for you as well. Now, Neptune in the 7th house with Libra rising, all right, in the sign of Aries. You're very analytical in your way of thinking, so don't get that twisted. Why? Because there's an opposition going on with the 1st and 7th house. So you're much more of a realist at this time. I feel like all your lessons with people like using you and taking advantage of you, now you're creating real boundaries with other people during this time period as well. You have a strong intuitive awareness of others, but can be easily influenced by other people's moods. So you can be a bit of a psychic sponge at this time. So use this time period to ground yourself and be aware of like who you are, how you feel at this time with this energy. If you start feeling negative or vibey, then somebody's trying to connect with your energy, because somebody is either being a psychic vampire or somebody is trying to contact you or thinking about you, okay? But be careful of this. You can read a room at this time. You can feel the energy of the room, but sometimes we take on those energies. So if you are walking in a room and you're feeling happy, bubbly, and optimistic, and then all of a sudden you're thinking thoughts of violence, that's not you. That's your intuition telling you that somebody's upset, okay? Or somebody is having a PTSD moment, all right? I feel like also this is a time of spiritual values are manifested in your relationships. You can be going above and beyond with other people, especially family. You tend to put your friendships still on a damn pedestal at this time with this energy. I feel you tend to want to be the hero in other people's lives, so you can be more invested in other people's dramas here with this energy. You can be, when it's afflicted or heavily afflicted, you can be super gullible with this energy, so other people could easily lie to you with this energy. I feel also this is over the next 14 years. This is going to be all about finding your soulmate. But despite an often strong psychic link to that person, your mate can be on another wavelength, resulting in a strange marriage, okay? Ties in marriage and partnerships are usually karmic, but again, it could be a soulmate, but you two are on a different wavelength, okay? You may love the one who is not free, so this could be also somebody that's already married, okay, or have unforeseen difficulties in marriage. You need an artistic or religious partner. You're vague in relationships since you see reality through rose-colored glasses. You need to have give a great deal to a relationship and not expect anything in return, which is easier said than done because you guys want something in return. So whether it be a thank you, reciprocation, that kind of thing, okay? There could be problems with the person coming into your life, like they could be handicapped in some kind of way emotionally. Maybe they're autistic or something, or have Asperger's syndrome, that kind of thing. Alrighty, you're constantly yearn for perfection and make great sacrifices for your reputation for fulfillment. You appreciate the arts and have the possible talents in music, dancing, and or art. Now, when Neptune's in retrograde in the 7th house, I feel like a lot of your relationship issues are going to come out during this time period. All right. For some of you, you could be reevaluating your relationships during this time period. I feel like you could be more analytical with other people, meaning you're more about your masculine energy at this time. So it's very hard, again, to take advantage of you with these energies. Now, Neptune in the 8th house, it is not the easiest house. This is a beautiful time here with Aries involved, because Aries is more take charge, action oriented, overcoming obstacles at this time. It takes no bullshit, okay? It is like, it makes shit happen. So this is a time period when Neptune is well aspected and direct, that you are overcoming obstacles here or insecurities. Let me see. Neptune in Aries is in, okay, so let me see, is Pisces, Virgo. Virgo is really going to love this energy because it's going to like give you the courage to make things happen, take care of your responsibilities at this time, take initiative in your life as well. Also, you could be very intuitive during this time period, but the upside of this is that you overthink, you overanalyze things, and you create slippery slopes, and you're pessimistic, and you have to touch it and see it in order to believe it during this time period. So with North Node moving into Pisces in your 7th house, this is not going to be the easiest energy time for you, because you need to learn to rely more on faith consciousness. Delve into certainty is going to be the lesson here, and not give a crap about what other people think or what you think that other people are going to think. You know, like, don't care. All right. And that's going to be a really big problem for you with Neptune in the 8th house. Plus, when Neptune's in retrograde, and this is not the period of time for the next 14 years to do drugs, because some of you may die of drug overdoses, God forbid. This is the 8th house. 8th house deals with suicides, okay? I'm going to say it because that's the reality. It deals with suicides. So this can be a very heavy energy for some of you, not all of you, alrighty? So, but you need to take better care of your body and what you put into your body. We can have drugs and stuff like that, but everything in moderation, all right, with this energy here. Now, this is not the easiest time for you, dealing with chargeback, catfishing, getting hacked by other people with this energy here, stealing your identity here, mortgage fraud, credit card fraud, lessons with money could be coming up during this time period with this energy here as well. So be careful. You are intuitive at this time, so learn to trust yourself. Don't get the second and third opinion and the fourth opinion, and learn to trust yourself, okay? And don't overthink with this energy here. Delve into your spirituality, okay? You can experience strange dreams that can be prophetic, nightmares or visions at this time. You can communicate, for some of you, with the dead, with your spirit guides. You can have an astral adventure with this energy here as well, alrighty? You can be easily hypnotized, so I would be careful with that, because that means that if other people say that you suck, or you're not psychic, or you're not this, then you're going to keep that in your head, and it's going to stay there for the next 14 years. So be really careful about who you surround yourself with. Don't allow other people to talk you down with this energy. The moment somebody starts getting like putting you in a box or saying this is who you are, this is what you do, get out of that relationship. Get out of that friendship, get out of that damn marriage. You do not need people telling you and hypnotizing you and saying this is who you are, okay? I feel when Neptune is in retrograde, it's going to be a very heavy energy time for you. So watch your emotional self. If you have to, go get help during that time period when Neptune is in retrograde. I feel like you tend to go within. You tend to be more quiet. You don't want to share. You don't want to be vulnerable at this time, and you don't tell people what's going on inside you, okay? And it's going to cause you a lot of problems. I feel also that this is going to bring about a lot of addiction and alcohol. So we're going to see a lot of overdoses from Virgo risings during this time period. So be careful with yourself. Be careful with your body. Alrighty. And again, is that need for connectiveness, is that need for peace of mind. Look through it through religion, spirituality, law of attraction. All right. You can be mysterious because you don't open up and you don't allow other people in, but you're charismatic and charming with this energy. I feel also that, let me see, others support you, but partnerships usually don't work. So whatever it is that you need to do, you can't rely on other people to do it for you. You have to do it by your damn self. Your partner may be extravagant and you can be fighting over money with this person in regards to their purchases as well. So this may not be the easiest time for relationships because you guys are going to be fighting over money. There's a lot of confusion with money and finances as well. You must give of yourself to help others gain their resources. Then Neptune in the 9th house. This is Leo, and Leo is going to be so happy because now they're no longer going through that heavy energy of Neptune, but Neptune is in Aries. So I would be careful with legalities at this time as well, especially when Neptune is not well aspected. Be careful with traveling, wanderlusting while you're traveling here as well. Neptune in 9th house is beautiful. It's all about delving into certainty. I feel like you can be trusting your intuition here as well, overcoming certain obstacles during this time period, taking care of your responsibilities here, and you can be fearless during this time period, okay? You could also be impressionable, intuitive, religious, tolerant, and have boundless imagination here. So this could be a very creative time for you. Thank goodness we need some type of break. I know you're getting your break. It's a happy energy. So manifest, manifest, manifest. Delve into certainty. And you'll feel that certainty this year when it comes. Alrighty. And also you may be more interested in religion during this time period and going back to church or whatever religion that you were from. Now, when Neptune's in retrograde, you tend to be like a fanatic. So, you know, like with the politics that are coming up at this time, you could be very fanatical about that with this energy here as well. I feel like, you know, we could see a lot of born-again Christians be Leos at this time. Hi, Inez. What if you're an Aries? Oh, you gotta... I don't have a timestamp for this, so you're going to have to rewind this whole entire thing because I already talked about it. You're interested more in education, and I feel like that's when Neptune goes retrograde, that you could be updating yourself with the latest and greatest in career with this energy here as well. Hold on, because I have your chart, and I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you're going to have to, and it's at 13 degrees. So it's just going to bring out more of that emotional stuff. Plus, you have a beautiful fire trine with your 1st, 5th, and 9th house. And Neptune's going to be trining Neptune. So I feel like you could be coming up with money-making ideas. A very positive time for you. All right? But it's not going to happen for a while, so, you know, give it like probably 6-7 years before you start seeing Neptune conjunct at 13 degrees with your natal moon, alrighty? So anyways, this can be a time that, you know, you can be more of a fanatic about being right, alright? Or wanting to be a know-it-all when Neptune is in retrograde. So not a lot of people are going to like you at this time because you're more dominating at this time with Neptune in retrograde. You don't take other people's shit like lightly at this time. You're very aggressive during this time period as well with this energy with Neptune in retrograde in Aries, okay? So this is a time where you can feel fearless. You may love this energy, my Leos. You're just going to feel like a dominating dog. It's going to be like a Rottweiler let loose, you know? And it's going to be like, holy shit, who's this? And it's like, "Arr!" And it's going to be like, oh God, just get away from me, you know? But I do feel like, you know, for some of you here, you know, this is a time of worship for you, and you must learn to distinguish between what a true spiritual leader is and then what a false prophet is. So just be aware of that during this time period. You love learning, traveling, of course. For some of you, you could be learning new languages during this time period as well. Hard-headed. Yes, very hard-headed now. Super hard-headed. It's like, forget about it. Forget about it. Because, again, you guys have difficulty seeing big picture now, okay? And especially when Neptune's in retrograde or when it's not well aspected. You must learn to constructively channel energy. If well aspected at times, you are deep wisdom, insightful spiritual visions. When it's not afflicted, when it's afflicted, you tend to see what you want to see. So you have to go through your own experiences, and you have to learn that everything is cause and effect. You can have a lot of confusion here as well with this energy, and you can have poor judgment, and you can be impulsive with this energy as well, okay? You can have difficulties with family that live outside the home, and this could be from a lack of empathy. Then in the 10th house, you're not going to be no quiet kitty cat. I said Rottweiler. Rottweiler. Like, it's like, run. I don't even know you, because like lions, they tend to sing, you're going to be like a Rottweiler. And it's going to be like, ah, get away, just get away. Give the damn Leo their bone. It's going to be like that. It's a very, very assertive, very, very strong energy. Cancer. Neptune in the 10th house. So your strong idealism brings you prestige. Yeah. And then when well aspected, I feel like you tend to play Captain Save. You tend to be very much, you love adulation. You love praise. Stroke the ego, bitches. Stroke the ego and watch all the beautiful things crabs will do at this time. But when the ego is not being stroked, the crab wants to cry and give up and run away and go into itself and, you know, and not be involved. A lot of beautiful spiritual leaders are going to come out of Cancer risings, okay? So this could be a real beautiful time for spiritual leaders. A lot of Dalai Lama is a Cancer rising. My Rabbi Michael Berg from the Kabbalah Center is a Cancer rising. So this is a beautiful time to see them come out a bit more out of their shell, or be a bit more aggressive and tenacious, or people are going to listen to them more. So a beautiful time for spiritual leaders to be coming out. All right, I feel like you can be making sacrifices and personal achievements that can bring you honor. You have a good sense of the feelings and motivations of those around you. You experience many changes in general direction of your life. So some of you, and that's going to happen because you're not getting the recognition and the adulation that you want at your job. So then you're going to go back to school, get a license for something, and then, you know, so that's where the constant career change is going to be happening until you find a job where you're getting adulation and praise and you're moving up. So if you're not climbing that corporate ladder, we're going to see crabs changing careers, changing majors, and it could be because of money, clout, power, because Aries loves power. Okay, so that's why. I feel also that, you know, this is not going to be the easiest time for you emotionally here, because you're very secretive about your feelings. You don't like to talk about your feelings. You tend to doubt yourself. You tend to doubt your purpose-driven journey here with this energy here. So whatever you're thinking your purpose-driven journey will happen, if it is to be in service to other people, but you're looking for more adulation and you're not going to get it. All right, your intuition plays an important role in your career, which is always unusual and may involve acting, secrecy, and working behind the scenes. So internet, social media, all right. For some of you, this could be often like hospitals and institutions. You're a humanitarian and you love to be in service and you love to give and to give to other people. You must give more than you receive. So, be in service for the sake of being in service. The reason why you're not getting credit for your work is a karmic thing with this energy as well. So that's why. So you're dealing with the next 14 years karma. So you work for the sake of working. You work for the sake of being in service. Okay. If inflicted, you're impractical in work. So you could be that person that takes like a lot of days off and stuff like that, and then cries because you're not getting what you want at work, or you're not getting the benefits, or you're not getting the hours because you take off a lot at work, or you're not seeing the growth that you want. Well, you take off a lot at work and you don't show your work abilities. Okay, you always have excuses not to show up at work. All right, or you could be very difficult as a person to work with at this time when it comes to work. Okay, your reputation may suffer at times and when it's afflicted because of your unreliability, or for some of you, dishonesty. Tend to exaggerate, especially when it comes to the drama. So try to be as realistic as possible about what you saw, because people are going to think that you're a gossip or you're a drama queen during this time period. I feel like parents may not be as much help with this energy here as well during that time. Then Neptune in the 11th house. Now in the beginning, in April, when Neptune goes direct, some of you could be joining a group or organization during this time period, okay? And then for others of you, the focus is going to be on family. So be careful with the arrangements that you make with family during this time period. And this is for Gemini. So the focus, you could be more focused on other people's responsibilities at this time. So marriage life can suffer a lot because you're more focused on volunteerism, joining groups and organizations like Mason places, Masons, any kind of social group club you'll be in, like you need to be around people. Okay, so love relationships, marriages could suffer because you don't want to be home. Any excuse to go out, you'll do it. You're idealistic. You may have a Jesus complex during this time period, especially when it comes to family. Your partner may not like you because of it, because you put family first. As always here as well, I feel like you get yourself in trouble with making arrangements with family. So other people could be using you to like watch their kids or take care of their house, whatever. You could be making some weird ass arrangements with other family members. And then when Neptune goes to retrograde, you're going to try to get out of them. Okay. I feel that you're more about humanity at this time. Hi, Natalia. Oh, thank you. I know it's late. It's like almost 10 o'clock. I might do my weekly horoscopes tomorrow. Alrighty. I just wanted to do this tonight because I don't know. I've been wanting to do it, and I kept talking myself out of it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So this could be a time where you must use all discrimination to your choices of friends, because you want everybody to be your friend, and you could be super gullible. And again, Jesus complex. Okay, so be careful with that during this time period, because you want everybody to love you. So you always have to be the good guy. You always have to be that one. But meanwhile, love relationships are going to suffer because you don't fight your battles for your partner, and your partner is going to be pissed off at you because like everybody else can tell your partner off, but you're not going to do boo-boo jack shit about it, and your partner's going to be like, so you will always choose your friends over and your family over your partner. So that's going to be a really big ass problem for you. Okay, I feel also be discriminating with the friends, because you attract very unsavory people here, which leads to your own self undoing at this time. You can have alcohol problems or drug abuse problems as well, so be careful with that. You can exaggerate or lie to friends if afflicted, so be careful. Try to keep things real with this energy, or you could be attracting like a Scorpio or Virgo, and they can always, or another Gemini that could always be lying to you as well. When well aspected, your close spiritual link with your friends, you can feel a connection, a spiritual connection with your soul tribe with this energy. You can receive spiritual guidance and help from the people around you as well. You tend to be a dreamer rather than a doer, so there's always talks of future with the Gemini now. So just take it with a grain of salt. Or you can find yourself attracting somebody into your life that always makes promises to you but never keeps them, like a Leo or a Virgo. They always talk, or an Aquarius, they always talk future, 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 but they never keep their promise. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. You just take it with a grain of salt. It's almost like you have to acknowledge that this person is going to talk out of their ass, and they're just going to say whatever the hell they want to say, and then you just go along with it, and you go, okay, 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 you know, and then the conversation will come where they go, why is it that you always say okay, okay, and stuff like that, and then you can have the conversation about, well, every time you say something, you never do it. So what's the point of getting our hopes up and stuff like that if you never do it? So, and it's okay, and we love you and stuff like that, but you never do it. So yeah, so don't be making promises you're not willing to keep with this energy, because it's bad karma. Okay, you must have definite aims and goals, and you choose inspired objectives. You dream big, and your hunches are usually right. When afflicted, your reasoning is cloudy. I feel also when Neptune is in retrograde, you're reevaluating your relationships, your friendships. Not the best time for reasoning, because your judgment is cloudy. Actually, no, there's a lot of clarity that comes in and when Neptune's in retrograde in Aries, and you see people for who they really are. Your attitudes ranges from non-discriminating social to totally antisocial behavior, and from generosity to scheming and plotting. Then Neptune in the 12th house in the sign of Aries. This is going to be for my Taurus. Super secretive, want to be by yourself, don't want to talk to nobody, don't want to be vulnerable, want to wear a mask, you know, with this energy here as well. You don't want to work in a group. You tend to work behind the scenes. So this is a great time for those of you that work at home, or those of you in media and social media, with this energy here as well. All right. I feel also there's problems with deep-rooted problems, fears, and neurosis arising from your subconscious during this time period, so be careful here. You are poetic, musical, creative, very sensitive, and you have the ability to create or take your ideas and put them out to reality. Also, you are psychic, okay? Some of you here, you're not going to trust your intuition because you're a skeptic. You got to touch it, feel it in order to believe it, and you're not going to understand it, or you don't know when is your intuition coming out. So some of you may take lessons with intuition, but again, you don't trust it. So you don't know what it is, and you don't know what it feels like, so you're just kind of like, what is this? What am I doing here? Oh my gosh. And then when your intuition does come through, you tend to overthink, overanalyze here with this energy. You do have healing abilities. I feel also there could be memories from previous incarnations. So some of you could find that, I don't know why, I like to shoot guns, you know, and it could be because you were in the army, you know, or like for my little bull, my little fabulous Taurus, he was in the army in a past life, and we taught him how to hunt, and he never held a hunting gun. And he literally, my friend was teaching him how to hunt, and he held the proper posture to hold a gun, and he held proper stance to hold a gun. And my friend didn't really have to teach him, and he was like, oh my God, he already knows, you know. So you can see it in your male, your male Taurus bulls can come out. Also, another thing that I noticed that my son does that is very past life, so I know who he was in a past life, is that he runs for no reason. And he runs a lot. And I know the person that ran a lot in my life was actually going to be in the Olympics. So he runs for no reason, and I don't tell him the reason because I want him to explore whatever it is that he's doing. So a lot of his past life stuff comes up. So it's like stuff like that, you know, that happens. All right, so you may experience yourself a previous incarnation through something that you do, and may find yourself taking to it very naturally, like it's nothing. Okay, this can be a time of like you have freak outs, a lot of freak outs, a lot of neurosis, a lot of neurotic stuff going on, okay, because you tend to dwell in the past. alrighty, and you still give life to certain fights or life to certain situations instead of forgiving and moving on. You don't forgive very quickly and you don't move on very quickly. So it's very difficult for you to move forward, or you have to learn to put things into perspective or get therapy to help you cope when you're having your PTSD moments, okay? I feel like there could be a lot of mental confusion, overthinking, overanalyzing, because you feel like you're going to repeat certain things from the past. There could be a withdrawal from practical affairs of life because you tend to like to do that. You tend to like to be home and not do anything and watch your TVs. You're very intuitive. There's a intuitive link with your unconscious mind, but there are stresses because you're extremely sensitive. So you need to learn to ground yourself to feel this link between your unconscious mind by meditating, by delving into prayer. You do need your seclusion because you give so much of your energy to other people and you love hard and you're very deep. You're very deep feeling. So what happens is that you need time to recharge your batteries. Okay, and you're going to do this more so. So love relationships could be a little bit too much for you at times, and you need your privacy and you need your seclusion. Just make sure you don't stay in seclusion so long. This is a time of inner spiritual growth, but at times you have strong feelings of being confined or caged. You have a deep-seated loneliness that abates when you connect with your higher self. Now, when afflicted, you feel exiled, far from home, and unable to find your way there. There can be deceitful yet maintain a charitable, caring spirit. You tend to keep in the background and often excellent work for hospitals and institutions, all right? Now, show your love and support. I am totally drained from this. I'm going to try to do a few weekly horoscopes, and then I'm going to go to bed. Show your love and support. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. I hope you guys like this, so make sure to like the video. I hope it was helpful. I just kind of like went into it, so I didn't really like prepare a speech. I kind of did. Kind of prepared a few outline notes, but not really. But yeah, but as I go into it, I really understand the gist of Neptune and Aries, and I hope that that information was helpful. So thank you. Kisses. Mwah.